Alright, let's break this old-fashioned piece of software and hardware.
I was gonna say, that ain't
2015 this age.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of a crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corona was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I referred to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is all irrelevant except for his first statement.
Rob, does anyone think you have to contradict? But there's 3 statements which apparently gives a...
There's 3 statements which apparently gives a what?
A bunch of laughs.
Okay.
So it's funny.
So if I press them.
The first, 4th, and 7th. Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question. But you don't need that. But you don't need to question testimony like this.
You need to question old testimony, you bold fuck.
I mean, he is a
Do
bald
you, Mr.
fuck.
Wright?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice right here.
But why, though?
Your
Okay, but
client is okay!
What this has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. You scrutinize the testimony, then
Then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
Beneficial. Under pressure.
I don't
understand what's going on anymore. What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
That makes 2 of us.
Right. So 1st, 4th, and 7th are apparently funny.
Which one is the one I'm actually supposed to press?
You meant supposed to present on the 5th, Everson.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, in any case.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we could do so after the trial.
No, I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me? Want to kill me dead?
I knew it'd be the
What?
John.
Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! It was the Phoenix Wright you want to declare guilty.
Oh my god.
It is fucking crazy.
Witness, let's continue.
Why do you want to kill me? Why do you do
Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
Right, now this is the 4th statement, so this is the
The
2nd.
4th statement.
This is the 3rd. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Press. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you would use my services, Mr. J, I would suggest your plan for your alibi, too.
No, I already told you I have no intention of ever using your services. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Then there's the 7th.
Okay, 6, and finally...
7.
And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the 4th successor. Actually, how would you make a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really not?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you gonna do now, Phoenix?
He's gonna
Get a
He's gonna-
tattoo, maybe get some stitches, get a calling
Rob,
card.
no, Rob, he's about to become Hitman. He's about to become Agent 47. Time to
You
push
get
this.
tons of money at Kaiba Corp.
Time to
All I
push this
can
money.
do now is become an assassin.
It's time to push this guy into a fucking river.
That's true. However, you will
It's fucked up,
you
man. The
realize
guy
that
was
will
just
be
trying
very,
to fish.
I know,
very
right?
bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused.
Rob,
What?
why did you have to push into the river?
You fucking deserved it.
You ain't
But the one thing I know for sure is that I can't let this trial end yet.
I wish we actually recorded that.
Oh, God.
Statement
Yes.
5.
This one. Adrian Andrews argued from the very beginning that Juan Corda was dead. That was
Present
impossible.
the wine glass.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude? Should I kill you?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corda had been murdered.
But how the fuck do you know that?
I'm psychic, motherfucker. From this wine glass,
I
Your
can see the
Honor.
future. The glass?
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corda had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
Isn't it just a part of Adrian just calculated plan?
That is
fucking wish.
not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
So what you're telling me is it wasn't all going according to Kick.
In conclusion, my
Right.
dick hard.
Okay. Mr. Andrews, what is your opinion on his dick being hard?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
That both of our dicks are hot at the same time?
A miracle has occurred in the courtroom.
Oh God, Jesus. Ryan.
Kill me.
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
Oh ho
You
ho!
can't see that.
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews was really your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then this can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Sup?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real shit.
Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edworth! I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Oh, contraire! Oh, sir, I am so sorry. Right.
Fucking excellent objection to me.
Shut up,
Anyway,
Avatar.
I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecutor requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now I have to buy us more and more and more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here.
I wonder how broke he's going to get from all these clocks.
I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
I wonder how broke fucking Adrian Andrews is with all his broken fucking glasses.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
Alright.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
So,
Like
Mr. the Killer,
Jakar.
did you look at her tits? Did you? Go on. You can tell. You can show me. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
This is gonna be hilarious. Alright. Statement 3.
Yeah, I'm aware. About a week ago.
I was on the flight, and I was about the bar. It was a gay bar.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, your testimony just now. Any points?
No.
No. It was not important.
Why he meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Oh, God. Damn it, you Muppet! You Muppet! That's what I thought. I could trust this person as a client.
It's true. What they
I like how we all just realized what he fucked up on.
See, I knew it was fucking coming somehow. I was just
I
like,
knew what the conversation was. I was just like, that's why I laugh when I start showing his kids.
Jesus.
I already read it.
You didn't. I didn't hear it.
Well, that's your phone. It's true that they say about talking face to face from Mr. Deafy Phoenixy Radio over here.
Very important.
I heard what I think I heard just now. Then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include a statement you just now in your testimony.
Very well.
Present profiles. I'm sorry, Mr. Tequila.
But how?
But
I've just realized that radio actually has a vague resemblance to his face.
Really? What's that?
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time.
Alright, let's take a look. Alright,
Yes,
this is like.
that's correct.
Oh yeah, it does.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Jelly the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Well, why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her.
So what is the issue? Uh-oh. What did you say just now?
Just say
About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a fucking woman and has a massive pair of bazongas.
Oh no!
Water!
Fell to pieces.
Water on the couch! It's alright! What is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their requests.
Hey, Lawrence, take over the voice thing for me.
Okay.
I'll use the bathroom.
He has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. This is exactly the point. That means Mr. Killer's client could not possibly mean Mr. Adrian Andrews.
The fuck?
He's sweating oil. He's
Sweating
sweating oil. I don't know why a radio would sweat oil, but...
We've spent a lot on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I mean, this is to do with her name, Your Honor.
A name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Fuck, you're right. You're right.
Unlucky for Mr. Killer. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What is going on?
Dude sounds like a lady.
Shall I lead the killer? Court demands an explanation now.
I think somehow I must have mixed up the client with this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know he's just gonna spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth, you fucking radio shit.
He's a radio, he's not under oath.
You know I could just assassinate you right here.
Yeah, I could smack you with my gavel.
Alright, that's immediately a fucking contradiction. Fucking whatever.
Yes, now remember, I took the request by mail.
Sadly, there's no way to contradict it.
There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of one corridor, and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought it might my client be a man.
2 or 3 other small things, I wonder what those are.
Yeah, press that a bunch.
So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying.
Be careful. That is Mia's whole fucking role. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it'll be over for us.
I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Face my machine gun, Wright!
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Right, 2 or 3 other small things.
Who's a fan of 3?
Press. 2 or 3 other things?
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things have nothing to do with the case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he gets mad.
I swear to God, Wright. If you do this, oh my fucking God, you do this.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
Yes?
Everything I said from the beginning has been nothing beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
But that's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one...
Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing?
Go more, go further, go further.
I must go even further beyond. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
I will not let you destroy my world.
If it is truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corridor's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
so dumb.
Who?
This is all dumb.
That's not okay, guys. I think he's iffy.
You.
Something most important must have come up from. Oh, I know that.
This information certainly sounds important to me. I was trying to fall asleep.
No.
Goodness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
Don't worry, it's almost over. As you wish. One of these first to find the bear here and give it to Miss Andrews. Present.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's wrong because of Will Powers.
No, present either the figurine or the Celeste suicide note.
I suppose.
Either one.
Shelley the killer? If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item. I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Iffy.
Where is everyone going? They need to pick my suitcase.
Flip this shit again!
Did you
Why
get
is
your
everyone
benefits?
driving out and whose car are we driving? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it. For her sake.
And even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note and burned it.
Order! So that's where you two go.
Spain! So by the very fact that this suicide note is inside the bear, tells us that your client did not know how to solve the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Miss Adrian Andrews to be her client. His client. God, I hope writing is that soon.
Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough. If that's your intention, there's only one thing left for me to do.
Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me.
I'm back.
I have a matter that I must attend to.
Hold it! No, please. Not that. Please wait.
Randy back. Mr. Attorney. Bring this
Bring
trial to a
this
speedy
trial to a
end.
speedy end, or I may stay my head otherwise.
Oh shit, he's back. Alright, stop being a fish.
Phoenix, did you just have an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity? Sedgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor?
I understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, chill.
The prosecution,
What else come over everyone? Even you are... Why are you shitting
The
yourself?
prosecution rests. I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Alright, good night.
He'll be back in 2 turns.
Alright, see ya. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Alright, see ya.
Back on script.
Okay, I already read it. What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions, and the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I believe that Mr. The Killer's testimony is accurate. that would mean that surely the killer's client is Aaron, aka Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I end this trial here right now. Your client, Metengard, would be declared innocent. In his place, Aaron, charged with murder.
Miss Andrews will be charged with murder.
Prosecutor has no further questions, so we'll now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Metengard, to the stand.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit, I knew I was coming out. I saw it on Wikipedia.
And for crisp.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out.
Can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands. Did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent or good person. I fucking hate you. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But at least on the charge of murder would appear you are innocent.
Uh-oh.
Ha! They can't see me do this! In my mind! Oh wait, shit. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me.
Buddy-duddy.
Fuddy-duddy?
Mr. On guard?
You were too atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it, pronounce me innocent, whatever. Right, Mr. Lawyer.
Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
Right, well, Rob. You know you're about to say stay soon.
Yep.
You better get him! Better get him a guilty sentence! So I'm very hungry.
Give me the burgers.
But if I did
Get
that,
out.
Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, and Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer, do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end.
Alright, stay. Red.
It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. It's the person who hired the assassin was Aaron. Your client, Mr. Manta Googlepedia, is innocent.
I'm in a freeze frame. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is gonna say what I want. Aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. Wow, look, the court record just leaves. look at it, it's just fucking gone. I can't even click it anymore.
Fuck
Give me
this
back my
shit,
fucking
I'm
court
gonna
record.
do-do-do.
I have
And we've
to
also
listen to
destroyed
my
your
heart.
giant ruse.
My client,
configuration
Metengard,
for
is-
dick
Right, save,
necks.
Save.
Alright,
Which
now
one
to
do we
make
do
our
first?
choice.
Right, guys, guilty
This
or
is
not
more
guilty?
of a what's first situation, right?
Well, consider this.
Since we're
If
looking
you
at
claim
both.
guilty, Maya dies.